better not say this a serious time. When me see man out the road, bust a next man's spine. From a nickel or a dime, forget to run a shine. If you work for yours, then I'll work for mine. Instead you rob Miss Jones and you rob Mr. Wang. You have to not say that your liberty is wrong.
You're listening sweet sounds of Jahsun live in the studio, sitting right across from me. How's it going over there?
Yes, everything is irie. Everything is great.
All right, Jahsun. And so when did you arrive here on Kauai?
Oh, about 4 or 5 days ago we reached. Yeah, we were over in Maui for a few days before. But out of the 3 weeks that we allotted ourselves to Hawaii, 2.5 in Kauai, because you don't know, we love the Garden Island, you know?
Nice. And when was the last time you were over here on Kauai?
It's about 3 years ago, I believe.
All right. Does it seem the weather's been nice? You guys got some sun?
Yeah, it's been amazing. Kauai is always great, whether it's raining or shining. It's always beautiful, and we love it here. So we give thanks.
All right, for listeners out there tuning in, Jahsun's here live in the studio, and he's playing here on Kauai. That's this Friday, the 28th, at the Ohana Sports Bar in Lihue. And you got a band to back you up, Roots and Creation, man, from Maui with Tioman.
Yeah.
That should be a really good show.
Yeah,
Looking
man.
forward to that. And for the listeners out there, where can they find some of your music at?
Well, I'm on all the websites, you know. If you want to buy the album and you're looking for singles and stuff, it's on iTunes, Rhapsody, Amazon, all that stuff. I'm on Facebook, Twitter. You know, you can link up and all the social media networks. I'm out there. Yeah.
All right. And where'd you get your name, Jahsun?
Well, my birth name is Jason. You know, so as I started to embrace the culture of reggae and Rasta, it just was a simple transition from Jason to Jahsun, you know?
Yeah, man, I like the name. It's with Jah, it's giving some vibes to Jah.
Of course.
And so in the music business you're in now, what would you say was your first big break in for you?
Well, it depends how you look at it. I mean, I did things on the first album that weren't replicated on any of the others, you know. Like, I mean, Battle the Dragon, which was released 2 years ago, was probably my breakout record that launched me into the international scene and allowed me to start touring all over Europe and different parts of the world. And but I mean, even the first record, I got to work with Luciano, Yami Bolo, Junior Reid. I mean, it was very successful in many ways. I had a couple of songs picked up by MTV and got some licensing deals out of it. So I mean, since the very first record, there's been successes in different ways, you know. But in terms of international recognition, I would say Battle the Dragon. It won International Album of the Year at a Reggae Awards program in Europe. And then the last album, the current album that I'm here promoting right now, Rise is One, it just won number 9 out of the top 10 best reggae albums of the year of 2013 from Reggaeville voters. And, you know, I got to work with Chronix and Kabaka Pyramid and Richie Spice. And so I just been having a blast the whole way through, you know. Yeah. And I'm really proud of the album that I'm touring right now, Rise is One. And I'm already working on the brand new record, which will be released this album, called New Paradigm.
Wow, that's great. So they can check out on your website, they can access a lot of these albums coming out.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you just Google Jahsun and you'll find the videos, you'll find the downloads, you'll find the place to link up and Reason. You know, if you check me on Facebook, it's me. It's not some publicist managing my page, like it's me, you know what I mean? So if you want to link up and Reason and hold up vibes or talk about collaborations or any kind of work, just holler. I'm always around, you know?
Yeah. Well, the recording, so when you started recording and been doing some of your recording, where's most of the recording coming out of? You doing this in California? What studio is this at?
Yeah, I do 90% of my vocals at Dynasty Records in Seattle. So got to big up Bobby Hustle, Dway, and Dan, the whole Dynasty crew, MG. But the way I've been doing it the last couple records is I seek out different producers that I want to work with. Boast and Bim out of France, Oneness Records out of Germany, Dynasty out of Seattle, Bizzari out of Italy. I like to mix it up and work with different producers to give the album a bunch of different sounds. And so they'll send me the track, I'll write to the track, and I'll go to Dynasty Records and I'll record my part. And that's pretty much how we've been doing it. However, this record I'm doing now, New Paradigm, is all exclusive production from House of Rhythm out of Austria, which is a great label. They produced the title track of my last album, Rise as One. So this album will be a little bit different than the last few I've released, and so I'm excited about that.
Well, great. I look forward to hearing some more of that. As far as artists, I know you've collaborated with some of the big names in reggae. What are some of those names that you've worked with?
Wow, man. I mean, J Boog. We're here in Hawaii, so I just got to big up J Boog. He was on Battle the Dragon, Albarosi, Gentleman, Junior Reed, Luciano, Chronix, Kabaka Pyramid, Richie Spice. I follow a recipe for my record, my albums. I usually put about 15 tracks, 10 solo Jahsun songs, and 5 collaborations. I kind of view the voices and the instruments as like colors in a painting, and I'm trying to just mix it up and give my listeners something else besides just my voice to mix it up. And it also does a lot collaborating and exposing my fan base to other artists and their fan base to me and stuff. So I think it's a good marketing thing. I think it shows unity, and I think it gives the listeners something cool, to hear something other than just my voice. So I always try to reach out, and I usually try to use a couple of foundation artists as well as up and coming. Rise is one. I had Sizzla Kalonji, Richie Spice, which were the foundational artists, and at the time Kabaka Pyramid and Chronix were just really starting to get out there, so they were still kind of up and coming at that point. And that's the recipe I try to follow when I'm making my records.
Nice. Well, for all the listeners out there tuning in, we're on the air live right here. He's in studio, Jahsun. And again, that's this Friday night, February 28th at the Ohana Sports Bar. It'll be live reggae on Kauai with Jahsun. Getting back to some of the artists you work for, I just recently viewed your Richie Spice video, and I was pretty impressed with that one. What was it like flying to Jamaica and recording with Richie Spice, and what was the vibe there when you were there in Jamaica?
It was great. Honestly, I was well received. I felt just respect and honors all the way around. I got the chance to, when working with a legend like Richie, it's always a joy and humbling. The video was filmed in Puerto Antonio, and the people there were just full of vibes. They were super accommodating, and we all had a blast doing it. We were on the street shooting it, and afterwards I got to go on Hype TV and do some interviews. TVJ, the newspapers covered it, The Observer, The Gleaner, The Star. So it was great. All the press came out, a bunch of fans came out, the people were on the streets. It was just a really family kind of community supported vibe. The tune had a positive message, trying to live clean and don't waste your life and get mixed up in some corruption and throw your life away doing a prison sentence. The tune is kind of about doing good works, so the community got behind it, the people got behind it. Even the police came down, loaned us some of their vehicles, and it was cool, man. I had never had an experience like that before, but it was really a good experience.
Oh, cool. Yeah, well, I'm sure your music gets played a lot over there also. Where's your tour taking you? I know you're in Hawaii doing your tour, and where exactly in Hawaii are your shows coming up?
Yeah, so this Thursday, I will be in Oahu at Tropics. And then Friday, we're coming back here to Kauai, to the Ohana Sports Bar in Lahui. And then Saturday, March 1st, we're going to be over on Maui and Paia at Charlie's. All 3 shows are with Roots in Creation, Teoman, big group out of Maui doing big things over there. So do check them out as well. And after Kauai, then it's off to Costa Rica. We have a few shows out there. Then I got a little time off, and it's out to Europe for the summer circuit. I'll be over there for 2 months, touring all over Europe.
So what's it like touring in Europe? I know you've done a few tours out there. I've kept in touch with your Facebook page, and I see you've done some stuff over in Italy and stuff. How are they accepting your music? I mean, you feel good vibes over there?
It's crazy, man. You know, it's been nothing but absolute joy. I would have never thought, you know, I've been in places like Bratislava, Czech Republic, and in Slovakia, and into just these little crazy towns and places I never even heard of. And the Massive is just so hype and loving the vibes and so kind. And, you know, so anywhere from the small club show in Amsterdam to the huge Rotterdam Sunsplash stage, it's just all great. You know, I feel like the arts is really supported in Europe, and I wish mainland U.S. could kind of learn a little bit from that. You know, I feel like reggae is struggling in some areas as to where pop and rock and commercial music gets all the shine. But in Europe, my experience, and in Central and South America, my experience has been that reggae music is well embraced over there, and the arts in general is really embraced. So I've just been having the time of my life over there, and I'm looking forward to going back this summer.
Wow, that's cool. I hope one day to get to see the reggae scene out there in Europe. Now, in all your travels and places you've been, Jamaica and Europe and all these places doing your music, in all those experiences, what was your most memorable one that really sticks out like a thorn? Is there any one moment that really was big for you?
Yeah, it would have to be Ethiopia, going to Shashamani. And I wasn't really there for a concert or to promote myself as Jahsun, but I was there in support of a bigger project called the Youths of Shasha, and it was a label some friends of mine in Italy called Bizzari, and an artist Rastawelde, some good friends of mine. They're doing some amazing works out there, and they basically are producing an album with a bunch of kids from Shashamani who have all been paired up with Jamaican artists, Bob Andy, Capleton, Sizzla, all kind of huge names are on it, and I was asked to be a part of it, so it just felt super honored. You know, they flew me out there, and so I went to Addis Ababa and saw the King's Palace and took the road to Shashamani and met some elders and met the youths, and you know, as a brethren on the path for 20 years, to finally go there was crucial, you know, so that probably stands out the most.
Yeah, man, I wish I could do that. That sounds like fun. Again, for everyone tuning in this Friday, it's the 28th, Ohana Sports Bar in Lihue, and that's down there where Richie's used to be, downtown Lihue off of Rice Street. And it's Jahsun with the Roots of Creation Band from Maui and Tioman. So again, for more information, give us a call, 826-7771. Thanks for coming in to the studio and being here. Now, before we let you go, I got a couple other things. Do you have on our show, we do conscious reggae, and we're really putting vibes out to all the reggae massive, and especially the children. You know, I know you have some youth, and do you have a conscious message for the children?
You know, I mean, my thing is always just to let love be your guide. You know what I mean? And it's I don't really know. I try to be careful with this kind of thing, you know what I mean? Because I don't want to be viewed and put up on a pedestal or viewed up as any way. I'm basically just doing the best I can. I'm a songwriter. I write my songs, I sing them, you know what I mean? And my message has always been love and unity and that kind of vibe. But you know, I know that everybody's doing the best they can, and it's just sometimes it's not easy out there in Babylon, you know what I mean? So I try not to get caught up in the mix-up and judgments and thing, but just let love be your guide. But on this note of the children, I did want to add this. You know, we're booked at the Ohana Sports Bar, which is a 21 and up event. And so it felt important to me to do something that the Keikis and the whole family could be a part of. So the following day in the afternoon, on Saturday, the 28th, is that the 28th? No, March 1st. March 1st is Saturday.
The Friday would be the 28th.
Yep, and there's 28 days in this month. It's February. So Saturday, March 1st,
yeah.
right around noon, maybe 1 o'clock, Lidgate Park. Me, Jahsun, Roots in Creation. We're inviting all the family to come out and hold a vibe. We're going to do a free concert in the park. We're just going to plug into one of the pavilions and hold a jam. We're going to be shooting some scenes from my new music video being filmed here on Kauai. It's called Never Give Up. I'd like to get into that track in a minute. But, yeah, please come out, show your support, show your love, bring some fruit. We're going to cook up some rice and peas and just hold a vibe. You know, Jahsun, Roots in Creation, Lidgate Park, around 1 o'clock on Saturday afternoon for all the family.
Oh, wow. What a blessing. That's great. Well, I'm definitely going to try to bring my youth down there. Now, before we sign off here, we'd always ask for a cappella artists to sing live for people tuning in. They want to hear some fresh right off the press. So I knew you brought a track in for me, and should I put that on now?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. This is the track called Roots Rock Reggae, and this is me paying homage to the legends. Turn it up in my headphones, Willy Judah. Yes, Kauai Reggae Massive. Voice of the man Jahsun. Hear me now. Jah know I love me roots, rock, reggae. Now come and rubber dub it with the ragamuffin. I love me roots, rock, reggae. Say Buddha bye, Buddha bye, Buddha bye, Buddha bye, ribby the bomb skank. I love me roots, rock, reggae. Now come and rubber dub it with the ragamuffin. And I love me roots, rock. Kauai Massive, when you ready? He started way back in the hills of Jamaica. First reggae #1, big up Desmond Decker. Big up Lee Scratch, big up the Upsetters, the Gladiators, Bob Marley and the I love me now, diggy, diggy, now, Toots and the Metals. And I love the Stan and Ichi Boy, the sound of Mr. Michael Rose. Jano, I love me roots, rock. Now come in rubber dubby with the ragamuffin. I love me roots, rock. Say Buddha bye, Buddha bye, Buddha bye, Buddha bye, ribby the bomb skank. I love me roots, rock. Now come in rubber dubby with the ragamuffin. I love me roots, Lord. So ribby the bomb. When the drum and the bass start to mash up the place, from the legendary Sly and Robbie. When China Earl Smith start to skank him guitar, while Lindo him a bubble on the keys. How when Dean Frazier blow the sax, when Daddy Euro him a chat pon the tracks. What this your music give the devil heart attack, and I make the Babylon system collapse. That's why I love me roots, rock. Now come and rubber dubby with the ragamuffin. And I love me roots, rock. Sa Buddha bye, Buddha bye, Buddha bye, Buddha bye, Buddha bye bye. Now come and rubber dubby with the ragamuffin. Lord. Well, me see reggae in America, reggae in Australia, reggae in China and Japan, reggae in Italy, reggae in Hawaii, reggae in Zimbabwe and Sudan. The world needs roots, rock. Now come and rubber dubby with the ragamuffin. Sa Buddha bye, Buddha bye, Buddha bye, Buddha bye, ribby the bomb skank.
All right. Wow. Awesome, man. Give thanks for making time to come out from your trip here on Kauai, for coming out to Kauai and community radio and just giving some love to the listeners out here. And again, it's February 28th. That's this Friday down at the Ohana Sports Bar. Jahsun with the Roots of Creation Band and Tia Oman. And then for the Keikis, it's March 1st down at Lidgate at noonish.
Yep.
So thanks for coming in.
No problem. Special request, Willy Judah, please run the track Never Give Up, and let the massive know this is the brand new single from my album New Paradigm. Video being shot on Kauai. So come out, one and all, Friday night to Ohana Sports Bar, and then again Saturday afternoon for the free concert in the park. Be a part of my video, be a part of the movement. Let love be your guide. Jahsun saying bless.
All right, here we go. Never give up. Thanks for listening.
Yo, this one is reaching out. Is that the sun once again?